Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. I hope this forms a heart because that's what I'm trying to achieve. And if you're new here, welcome to my world. Basically, we're gonna be gisting, you get me? So today's story time is basically going to be about my worst flight ever. Flight from hell. It took me this long to make this story time because if I had done this story time prior, it would have been hectic because I would have been speaking from a place of anger. But today I'm not angry, but I feel like saying this story all over is going to make me angry all over. I actually took down some notes. I think I have a bad short-term memory. I'm going to try my best not to mention the name of the airline, but if I do, I don't care. Everyone needs to know what they did to me and to other people. So yeah, initially I was supposed to travel on the 18th of July and I missed my flight. The last time I was on a plane in February, I literally was weeping on the plane. I had the worst time because, yeah, basically I'm just going to leave it that way. Normally, like, I do not enjoy my time on the plane, but like I get airsick basically. So this was going to be my first time being on a plane since then. And to be honest, I was very much anxious. And also it was going to be the first time I was going to see like my family since February, and the last time I saw them, it was a lot emotional and there was no time to process whatever had happened. I missed my flight for 18th, so I moved my flight to 22, which is on a Friday, for me to arrive on the 23rd at my destination. This ticket says Lagos, that is Murtala Mohammed International Airport, to my destination. 6 hours, 40 minutes, non-stop. In other words, it's a straight flight to my destination. I was all early because I did not want to miss this flight for the second time. And by the way, when I already missed my flight the first time, I was like, I think this is a sign for me not to come because I have never missed my flight before. Unfortunately for me, I spent 3 days. 3 days. Like I'm not even joking. I had the worst time on the plane the last time I was on the plane. Then this time around, it was a bunch of disappointment. I spent 3 good days on air before I got to my destination for a 7-hour flight. How many hours is 3 days? 24, 48. I don't know. This is how it happened. The plane was supposed to depart from Lagos by 5 o'clock on the 22nd. Before the plane departed, I remember I heard there is no fuel. And if this is the first time I'm ever going to hear this, what kind of problem is this we have in this country now? Normally for cars, there's fuel scarcity. Every other week there's fuel scarcity in Lagos if you stay in Lagos. I don't know about any other place in Nigeria. And for airplanes too, apparently there's fuel scarcity too. And the plane came to pick people up. By the way, this was like a pre-planned flight, so they knew they were coming to pick people up by that time, and they came with their plane without fuel. If you know you don't have fuel, then move the flight. Don't pick up your passengers. Like they told us, oh, by the way, guys, there's no fuel. We couldn't get fuel in Lagos. We're going to have a 30-minute stop in Gabon, and we're going to get fuel, and we're going to continue our journey. So basically, just add 30 minutes to your arriving time. Now we're supposed to arrive at 1:30 a.m. Okay, 30 minutes now, no yawa, like, you know, you understand, you follow the 30 minutes, no problem. I think Gabon to Lagos, like 1 hour, 30 minutes. We arrived Gabon, we were on the plane. After 1 hour, like, then the announcers were like, oh, like, they don't know what's going on, but the person that is supposed to sell them fuel is on their way, blah, blah, blah. Before you know, 2 hours. Before you know, 3 hours. Before you know, 4 hours. After sitting on the plane for 4 hours in Gabon, and they finally came and said,
in Libreville, we just received this information from the station manager in Libreville. This time he'll be coming on board to move all passengers to the terminal building while we try and decide what the next course of action will be. We're still trying to negotiate some fuel from the French military air force, and until that is completed, I'll come back to you with more information.
So we came out of the plane, and mind you, I did not eat the plane food. I'm a picky eater. So in my head, I thought they wanted to drop us and probably go to another place to buy fuel. We go into the airport, we're there sitting. Nobody is saying anything to us. 30-40 minutes after, someone comes and started speaking French, basically. Les Français, les France. We could not hear what they were saying, and they could not understand what we were saying. But fortunately for us, there were some people on the plane that understood French. So they were translating to the rest of us that do not understand French. Basically, they asked for our passports. At this point, it's like, what is happening? Nobody is saying anything. Now they want our passports. Then we're like, for what? Then she said she wanted to make photocopies. People started submitting, so I had to submit mine too, because I mean, we're all together. So I submitted my passport and they moved us to another room. It says police. I'm like, we spent 2 to 3 hours at the airport again. I really want to learn French because it's like, damn.
How do you not know how to speak English, even a hello in English, but you're playing Niger song?
First of all, there was no Wi-Fi at the airport, so we could not communicate with our family members. Everyone was basically stranded. Got moved to this hotel. By the time I got to the hotel, thank God there was Wi-Fi. We need a private plane. Or in case you're someone that your family has a private plane, please contact me. Let's be friends, please. You get, like, I'm a very sweet girl. If you have me as a friend, I'm a very sweet friend. This is me pitching myself for us to be friends, okay? I'm a very passionate friend. I take friendship very seriously. They were like, okay, now you have to share rooms. So basically 2 people in a room. Now they're making me share a room with a total stranger. What if this person is, I don't know what this person is. Do you get? Then I was lucky enough to find like this woman, she also speaks French, so it was perfect for me. And we shared a room together. I won't even lie, she was like the sweetest person. We were communicating a lot, and she told me, she's like one of those people that like to share their stories. Up till now, we are like friends, even though she's like a mother figure to me because she's way older. Our first child, I'm like a year or 2 years older than. She told me basically that she has been on the road since Thursday. Remember, I've been on the road now since Friday. Our flight is supposed to be like a 6-hour straight flight from Cameroon to our destination, but they brought her to Lagos. Now they brought her to Gabon. Now it's beginning to make sense to me that this airline, and now they picked a new set of people from Lagos, unknowing to us, the Lagos people, and took us to Gabon instead of our destination. So I'm getting there. Don't worry, like chill, relax. A 6-hour flight for us has become like 2 days already. Now, because she has been flying for 2 days. It's like, yeah, the night before they put them in a hotel. By the way, when they dumped us in Gabon, they dumped us without our luggage. This is the worst thing. Yo, hit me up. I'm going to give you the name of the airline because nobody deserves to go through what I went through. That shit is like, that's inhuman. Like, nah. If I booked a flight, I was supposed to do like a stopover. I know I booked a flight that is going to stop over, but not booking a straight flight and you stopping me over in multiple places. I don't know if you're trying to save costs because I don't understand what is happening, and you're not even communicating, by the way. That got me pissed a little bit out. Now we don't know what is going on. They only dumped us at the hotel. They don't tell us when we're leaving the hotel. They don't tell us where our passports are. They don't tell us where our luggage is. Like, we don't know. At this point, they already started telling the agent, like, please check me flights back to Lagos. Because, like, I'm done. And I know I'm pretty much still close to Lagos. And I'm way still far away from my destination. I was over it at this point. I had, like, the worst sleep as expected. First of all, I like every light off when I sleep. The person I was sharing a room with likes the light on. And obviously, she's older. So I let her have the light. And to be honest, like, we are strangers, so I do not want the light off. And then she was watching Z World. I shouted, Jesus, what a life. Because what is this? And the TV was like pretty much loud. I couldn't sleep, I won't even lie. And she was on the phone too. Like, she was supposed to spend 6 hours on the air to get to her destination, but now she's on like 2 days going right now. So she was trying to communicate, and apparently she had just traveled to go bury her father. And now she's going through all this stress to go back to her family, her children, and her husband. I felt so bad for her. I just kept on praying, like, yo, God, what is happening? Like, if we can, now I'm stuck. We can't move forward. We can't move backwards. We're just stuck, physically. Thankfully for me, I had a friend I could rant to, so I was ranting to him. Even he was like, what the hell is happening? This is the first time I'm flying with this airline. This is what cheap does to people, by the way, you guys. I learned my lesson. When I see an airline I've used before, and I see an airline I've not used before, even though they provide the same service, or at least they claim to provide the same service, I'm going to go with the one that I know, even if it's more expensive, because I was trying to be cheap and save money. And this is what happens to me. We had to go eat breakfast between 7 to 9. Also, you do not want to miss breakfast because you don't know when next you are going to be eating. Mind you, I had not eaten all night. Or do you understand? The last time I ate was before I left the house for the airport. As usual, I'm a picky eater, so I could not eat a lot of things. I think I ate bread and tea and fruit. And apparently, the hotel ran out of rooms, so some people actually slept at the lobby. Thank God I followed the first bus, because it was one bus that picked us up from the airport and to go to the hotel, and the guy had to go maybe like 3 or 4 turns before he could get everybody to the hotel. We ate breakfast, still no updates, like basically no information. My agent was like, I can't leave Gabon because the only flight that is leaving Gabon that day was the same airline. They were the only one going back to Lagos, and they were the only one going to my original destination. Because now I can't move forward, I can't move back. I'm not even with my passport. Do you understand what is happening? But like, I kind of was calm because like we were like up to 50, because they had picked people from Cameroon. Apparently they picked people from New York too. I was adding one and one together, and I was understanding what was happening. This airline picked people up from New York, straight flights by the way to their destination. Picked people up from Cameroon, straight flight by the way to their destination. Picked people up from Lagos, straight flight by the way to their destination. But whatever they did, they made sure all of us met each other. You know the way Lagos buses operate, right? When they pick passengers from bus stop to bus stop. This was what it was beginning to look like at this point. Finally, my roommate told me, oh, okay, we have information. I don't know where they were getting the information from, because I was not getting any emails, I was not getting anything. We were supposed to leave the hotel by 4 p.m. to go back to the airport. They made a plan and they gave us lunch, so we ate lunch. By the way, I think I had bread again and fruit for lunch. Imagine I try new food and my stomach starts running. Like, how am I supposed to use the toilet when I don't even know what is happening? No toothbrush, no toothpaste, no luggage, no fresh underwear, no fresh clothes.
Not allowed to go out of the hotel. We couldn't buy toiletries. The hotel was not giving us toiletries. Even give us just one towel for the room, and they knew there were 2 people in the room.
Just and me, because I knew I was going like on a straight flight, and this has never happened to me before. I usually do not pack my toiletries and my hand luggage. I like to keep my luggage as light as possible.
When we got back to the airport, they gave us back our passport. The sitting game begins. Like now we're sitting. Still no communication. We don't know if the plane is coming to get us or whatever. Some of the passengers, I don't know, there's this app they found where they can track the airline, and they could track the airline's flights. So that was how we got information from that app. And then that was how we knew like there was a plane coming, or we figured it was going to pick us up, because that was the only plane from the airline coming to Gabon. And we also saw on the app that the plane was going to land again in Kinshasa. What did she plane for by? Because now we don't know if we're going to spend the night in Kinshasa. Or we got to Kinshasa. Fortunately for us, they did not tell us to alight. They dropped off some people. They picked up some people. Now, I don't know how long those people they picked up have been waiting. I don't know if they spent days waiting or whatever. I don't know their story. But I was at this point now too tired. They are picking people up bit by bit, because you know they are going to one destination and you don't want to go to the destination multiple times, which is what is on our ticket and which is what we paid for, by the way. They are picking us up in bits and now joining all of us together and taking us to our destination. This was what basically they did. I figured that airline is the worst airline. Their seats are very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. They have no charging ports. They have no Wi-Fi. They have no screens. We spent about like an hour in Kinshasa, and then we headed to our destination. Thank God. Finally, like 3 a.m. in the morning, right? Then we get cleared immigration, this. Then we go to get our luggage. Guess what? We guessed right. Our luggage did not arrive after we already spent 2.5 days, maybe 3 days on the road. We arrived without our luggage. Guess what? No communication still. Like we were waiting for our luggage to come at the luggage place, all of us. Then we realized same bags were coming out. Apparently, the bags that were coming were the bags of the people that joined us in Kinshasa, right? Some people took the initiative to go to like the luggage report place or whatever, and they told us now everybody must come and fill a form. Like we are almost 50, if not more than 50 people. After going through the most, the first thing we wanted to do was get our luggage and go soak ourselves in a bathtub for like good 24 hours. And I think we legit stood there for like an hour or almost an hour, right? And nobody had the courtesy to come tell us that our luggages are not coming because obviously they knew our luggages were not coming. Yeah. I'm not even the people on this flight, they were nice because I felt like if it was like a lot of Nigerians on the flight, if we don't change and for everybody. It would have been everyone on social media. Like it's not on social media. Like it should be on social media because people should not be treated this way. We finally filled the form. So now I'm leaving the airport like 4 a.m. in the morning. I've had no sleep, no food, no shower, no hygiene basically now in like 48 hours. So at this point, I'm drained, I'm tired, I'm disgusted, I'm dirty, I'm hungry, I'm cold, and I'm on the phone trying to get my Uber, right? Like when I got out, I found my Uber, and guess what? His car was clamped. I had to cancel, get me another Uber. Then I eventually got one, and I'm like, bro, why are you driving like this? Like it was, if I was trekking, I would get to my destination first. I'm like, it was like, no, it does not speed. That guy now says to me, maybe like after 10 minutes, 15 minutes of driving, I was like, you need to get fuel. In mind, I'm like, not again, not this fuel matter again. Only if he knows what I've been through because of fuel in this last 3 days. I'm like, not again, not again. Yeah, it got fuel. I won't even lie. It was the worst flight of my life. I still did not get my luggage until maybe like 2 days or 3 days after. When I got to the airport to pick my luggage, I found one at the airport and they told me they already dispatched one to my location. I'm like, what the hell is happening? First of all, you made me drive this far. By the way, the airport is like 45 to 1 hour away. So we drove that far to go get my luggage and we found one. We spent a lot of time there because before they were able to figure out the dispatch company picked the luggage. So why would you pick one? Why didn't you pick both? And why did you have me come here when you know the dispatch? Anyways, I got one. Lucky for me, I got the second one like the next day in the morning. I got both of my luggages. But honestly, the whole good thing about this whole trip was my family and my friends here they decided to surprise me with a birthday celebration. It was like the sweetest thing ever. I cried. Because first of all, my birthday was like a month away from the date they threw me the party. So like I was not expecting it. That was the only thing that made me forget all the stress I had gone through flying like 3 days. Yeah. So that compensated for everything. And I'd like to say thank you to my sister-in-law for organizing that and every other person that was involved. I love you guys so much. I'm not the mushy romantic kind of person, but I do love you guys. But like I won't even lie, I see the effort like some of you have put into me this last couple of months. I really do appreciate it. Like some of my friends too on my actual birthday. By the way, on my actual birthday, I was sick. I like to say I'm like the strong one, but at this point, I'm tired of being strong. They were nice enough to throw me like an intimate birthday dinner. That was so cute, by the way. Even though I was unable to eat, like I was too sick, I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink, not even alcohol. Like they showed me pepper, they were all drinking, and I was just looking and drinking my Chapman like this, like yo. Anyways, I had the best time, and I know I forget things, but I don't think I would ever forget my family throwing me this party and my friends actually organizing the intimate dinner for me on my actual birthday. Like I would never, even though you could do a lot of wrong things to me, yes, all of you, but like this one thing that you did right. I mean, you do things right too. Don't get me wrong, but I'll never forget it. I actually thought that was like the sweetest thing. Like people didn't have to. But if you got to this point in this video, thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on this video. And make sure you share. See you in my next video.
I need some sugar. Anyways, not yet trying to have something in your mouth. Table mine.